Good morning. Welcome to another One Mind meditation. Welcome to a Saturday morning. Hope your week's been great. Hope you've ticked all the boxes you wanted to tick this week. Perhaps you still have a bit of time to reach the last goals for this week. Or perhaps you're just ready to have the weekend. Our teacher for this week is Byron Katie, and we're not quite doing the same Saturday meditation we always do because a part of her work applies specifically to the I Am the Mountain meditation, and so that is the one we're doing today. Somebody, a very good morning, happy Saturday, it's great seeing you. Right, let's get into today's message. The title of today's message is The War is Over. Whether it's the thoughts and the feelings of your inner world or the things taking place in your outer world, there will always be so much happening over which you have absolutely no control. The first thought from Byron Katie today is, I love the thoughts that my mind thinks, and also I'm never tempted to believe them. She says thoughts are like the wind or the leaves on the trees or the raindrops falling. They're not personal, they don't belong to us, they just come and go. When thoughts are met with understanding, they are friends. Isn't that beautifully said? The next thought from Byron Katie is, we are never really in control. We just think we are when things happen to be going our way. I resonate with that particularly because I can look back in my life and I can see the moments where that was true, where I thought I was so good at being in control. And the only reason I was thinking that was because things happened to be going my way. So when things happen to go our way, we think it's because we are so good at being in control. For the most part, things come and go without the need for our interference. But then, of course, there are those moments when we do need to take action. And when we do need to act, wouldn't you want to be able to pour all of your energy into being effective without being distracted by all the things that you have no control over? How do we get better at this? There could be a part of you, could it perhaps be your soul, that is an eternal presence. It has seen it all come, and it also has seen most of it go. It knows what lasts and what is fleeting, and it knows what is yours to act on and where to just let go. Byron Katie says, when you become a lover of what is, the war is over. When you become a lover of what is, the war is over. When you find the mountain in you, then you can sit in sunshine, be drenched in rain, or even find peace in the middle of a thunderstorm, and be in love with it all. By cultivating acceptance for life as it unfolds, we relinquish the need to fight against reality. Once again, this does not mean passive resignation. It is about discerning what is ours to act upon and focusing our energy there. When we can differentiate between what we can change and what we can't, we free ourselves from unnecessary struggle. Anthony, a very good morning. It's good seeing you, dude. So if you're ready, our meditation today is called I Am the Mountain. So you can close your eyes and we'll slip away to that space, starting with the first few big breaths. Take a deep breath in and out. Take a deep breath in and out. a deep inhale. And let it go. Deep breath in and out. One more big breath in. And let it all flow away. You can continue the same breathing pattern on your own time. Every slow inhale through your nose gets drawn all the way deep down into your belly. And as you fill up your belly with air, also raise yourself up. As you breathe in, stretch out your spine. Lift the top of your head towards the ceiling. And once you've reached your full height, let all of it go. With every exhale, soften. With every breath out, soften your spine, slump down your shoulders, and even drop your head. We have all been in the presence of a mountain before. Take a moment to remind yourself of that presence. What does being in the presence of a mountain feel like? Imagine having the ability to watch over this mountain for thousands, even millions of years, the way that this mountain has been watching over the landscape for eons. What are all of the things that this mountain will have seen come and also go? Can you get a sense of that timeless presence? No interference was necessary from this mountain. Everything that came also went. Especially watch the human busyness around the mountain, like ants scurrying around, and most of what the humans brought was also not permanent. Most of it left again. Watching over the world for millennia, would the mountain have a deeper sense of what is important and what is just not? After seeing so much come and almost all of it go, what would the mountain's sense of wisdom be? Your soul is like this mountain. It too has seen everything come and also most of it go. Your soul knows what is important and what is just not. We'll take the last few big breaths of this phase together, helping our bodies stretch, move, and adjust to find as much comfort as possible for the next part of our journey. Let's take a deep breath in. As you release, drop your head all the way forward and roll out your neck muscles forward and to the left, forward and to the right. Take a deep breath in. As you release, roll your shoulders forward in big circles, nice and slow. Take a deep breath in. As you release, roll your shoulders backwards in big, slow circles. One more big breath in. And as you release, you can stretch or move or adjust any part of your body that still needs a bit of help settling down. Having softened our bodies into a state of presence, or at the very least becoming as present as we possibly can be right now, we can now turn our attention inwards and dive deep inside for the next part of our journey. With every next inhale, we'll hold our breath for a few short moments, followed by a really long, really slow exhale. So as you breathe in, feel the air flow in through your nostrils. Feel the air touch the back of your throat. Stay with your breath as it flows in through your lungs. And as you fill up the balloon inside your belly, feel yourself slip all the way in. Then hold your breath, but hold it only for as long as it feels easy, followed by a really long, really slow exhale. We'll practice the next few breaths together. Take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, make it a really long, really slow exhale. Take a deep breath in and hold. And as you release, feel into your body. Feel how softness slips into your body and settles in every part of your body. Take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, follow the downwards flow through your body. Feel your shoulders slowly falling. Feel your body slowly softening, and feel how you are slowly slipping deeper into you. One more big breath in and hold. And as you release, feel yourself melting. Feel your whole body dissolving. Feel how you are slipping into a deeper level of surrender with every slow exhale. With your next big breath, as you dive deep into you, the reminder is that today's meditation is, I am the mountain. Find that image of your mountain. Do a fly around it. See it from top to bottom. Take your next big breath. I want to invite you to be as open and as playful with this experience as you can be. Invite the child in you to come and play along, and use as much imagination as you can. We'll have a quick conversation around brain waves in a way that could be really helpful. When you wake up in the morning, you obviously have just come from a very low brainwave state into a waking brainwave state, probably from theta up into alpha. And you could be in an alpha brainwave state for a little while after waking up. But as soon as your attention goes to busy things, checking your phone, checking emails, taking calls, reading the news, scrolling through a feed, your brainwaves perk up higher into beta. Right now, if you sit yourself down, close your eyes, and take slow breaths, it's possible that your brain waves come down from beta into alpha again. And if you were to go to bed and go to sleep, your brain waves would possibly go from alpha into theta once more. Theta and even deeper into delta. Now, theta would typically be where you have dreams. When you sit yourself down, take deep breaths, close your eyes, and then use your imagination. Do visualization. That's very close to the dream state your brainwaves would be in when you fall asleep. So as we take a look at this mountain, the more you open yourself to a visualization of this space, the more you are helping your brainwaves go lower. The more access you have to your subconscious, and the more you are influencing the neural pathways, the connections that your brain makes. So let's get into this visualization. As you take your next big breath and dive deep into you, I want you to specifically take a look at the plants of your mountain. And then, more specifically, I want you to find a plant of which you can see detail. See the leaf. See the detail on the edge of the leaf. See the detail of the veins within the leaf. How much detail can you see there? Take your next big breath. Then we'll move on to the animals of your mountain. And again, we're opening ourselves to the possibility of visualizing the animals on our mountain. And it really is okay if your mind does not tend to see clear pictures when you try and visualize. And you're not failing if you don't see the clear pictures. Many people don't. But what is helpful is to simply be open. Be open to forming some kind of an idea of the detail on one of these animals on your mountain. So as you take your next big breath and dive deep into you, find an animal on your mountain. Zoom all the way into it. How much detail of this animal can you see? Can you see the patterns in this animal's fur? Can you zoom all the way into seeing the individual hairs? Take your next big breath. And then we'll shift our attention to the birds of our mountain. And once again, open yourself to the possibility of seeing as much detail as possible. Use your imagination as you find a bird, follow it home, take a good look at this bird in its nest. How clearly could you see this bird's eye? Could you zoom in onto a wing and zoom really deep into a feather? See the colors, the patterns. See all of the minute details of a feather. Take your next big breath. And now, shift your attention to the mountain itself again. We've all been in the presence of a mountain before. What does that presence feel like? Embody this mountain. Try and get a sense of what sitting as this mountain would feel like. This mountain holding in its arms all of this life that we were just looking at. How would this mountain feel sitting in the sunlight, having its surface warmed up by sunshine? How would this mountain feel? Take your next big breath. But what if the weather changes? What if the sunlight goes away because the clouds have rolled in and now the mountain's not sitting in the sunlight anymore? And what if from these clouds it would start to rain and the mountain is now drenched? Drops turn into rivulets and streams running down the mountain's surface. How does the mountain feel about the change in weather? How much of the mountain was resisting the change in weather? Or does the mountain simply have acceptance for the change in weather? Take your next big breath. And then when the sun goes down and the wind picks up and what was just rain turns into a full-blown storm, wind and water lash the face of your mountain. And it's loud. Thunder, lightning, pitch black darkness except for the occasional flash of lightning. Would this be the first storm that this mountain sits through? How much resistance would the mountain have to the weather changing? What would the thoughts of this mountain be as it looks around, watching at this display? Take your next big breath. And the next morning, when the sun rises in clear skies, like the mountain knew it would be, when the first rays of sunlight touches your mountain's face, how does the mountain feel about the fresh new day? How does the mountain feel about the changing weather it experienced in the last 24 hours? Is there any resistance from the mountain? Or just acceptance? Take a deep breath in. We'll take the last few big breaths of this phase together, slipping out of the breath holding space and into the next. Take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, make it a long, slow exhale. Take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, feel yourself slip all the way through. There is no more attention on your breathing. You can sit all the way back or even lie all the way back down and feel yourself just floating. I'll read to you one more time a few thoughts from Byron Katie. She says, I love the thought that my mind thinks, and also I am never tempted to believe those thoughts. Thoughts are like the wind, or like the leaves on the trees or the raindrops falling. They are not personal, they don't belong to us. Thoughts just come and go. When thoughts are met with understanding, they are friends. Byron Katie says, we are never really in control. We just think we are in control when things happen to be going our way. For the most part, things come and go without the need for our interference. But then, of course, there are moments in which we do need to take action. And when you do need to act, would you want yourself to be distracted by everything you don't have control over? Or would you want to be focused and pour all of your energy only into being effective where you do have control? One last thought from Byron Katie. And this ties in beautifully with the mountain and the mountain's acceptance for the change in weather. No resistance in the weather changing. Byron Katie says, when you become a lover of what is, then the war is over. When you become a lover of what is, then there simply is no more fighting. We have the last 5 breaths of gratitude to do together. With every exhale, I'll say my thank you, and I invite you to say yours. Let's take a deep breath in. Thank you for the beautiful lesson from the mountain. Being able to sit in all weather. Having acceptance for the sunshine, acceptance for the rain, even acceptance for the storm, knowing, trusting that all weather passes. Take a deep breath in. Thank you for learning to find this part of me. The part of me that has trust that all weather passes. Take a deep breath in. Thank you for learning to practice walking to this mountain every day, even while the weather's beautiful. Practicing the path to the mountain so that I can become really good at finding it. Take a deep breath in. And now when the moment of storm comes, thank you for this well-worn path to my mountain. I can trust that I won't get lost in any storm as I try and find my way to the mountain. One more big breath in. Thank you, beautiful people. Thank you for bringing your mountain to the conversation. Thank you, Sunmuddy. Thank you, Anthony. Dion, a very good morning to you. It's so good to see you. I hope that you are really well. Lots of love to you all. Have a great weekend. See you soon. Ciao, ciao.